everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dion Blanks, and on this channel we talk about all things living purposefully, saving, investing, and spending wisely. And today's topic, we are going to hop right into it today. I have the privilege as a financial educator and coach to work with people who are in their 40s and 50s, and they have not yet quite started to save for retirement. And so today I'm going to be talking about 4 tips or 4 ways that you can save more for retirement, especially if you have started late. So no worries, we're gonna hop right into it. And please make sure that you like and subscribe and share this video if you find it helpful. So one of the tips that I have, and I'm going to give you 4 today, but one of the tips that I have is to get started now. So instead of just lamenting over the fact that you have not started yet, it is better to just go ahead and get started today. The earlier you can start to save, the better off you will be. And that is because of a concept called compound interest, where your money continues to grow and build upon itself year after year. And so the earlier you go ahead and get started saving, the better off you'll be. So go ahead, if you are working in a company that offers a 401k plan, check that out and see if you can go ahead and get started today and set it up, okay? One of the things that you may want to ask for, you can go to your HR department or the department that handles or administers your 401k plan. If you can ask them for what's called a summary plan description. So that is basically a summary of your 401k plan, and that I'm going on to number 2. So number 1 was go ahead and get started. But number 2 is take advantage of your company's 401k plan, especially if you are starting to save late, okay? So whenever you go to your HR department or whoever handles your 401k plan, ask them for that summary plan description. Most companies have a very long, very technical report about how their retirement plan works, but they also have a summary of their plan that's easier for you to read and understand exactly how it works. So if you ask for that, they should be more than happy to provide that to you so that you can understand exactly how your particular retirement plan works. And I keep saying 401k plan, but it could be a 403b, it could be a 457 plan, depending on if you work for, say, a nonprofit or a government fund or something like that. So it's basically your employer-sponsored retirement plan. They should have pretty much like a snapshot of how their plan works, and that should be very helpful to you to determine exactly how that works. So that's number 2, participate in your company's 401k plan. Now, I say participate in the 401k plan, but please make sure that you understand how much you can contribute to that retirement plan. So for 2022, the limits are for your deferrals, and I'll break that down in a moment. But in 2022, you can contribute up to $20,500 in your retirement plan. Now, I don't necessarily say go ahead and contribute all of that to your retirement plan, because there's another alternative that I want to talk to you about. However, whenever you are under 50, you can contribute up to $20,500. If you are over 50, they do allow what's called catch-up contributions, which we'll get to in a moment as well. So ask them about that. Understand that the limit that you can contribute up to is about $20,000. And take advantage of that. Now, one thing about retirement plans, this is the downside of retirement plans, and I've worked as a retirement plan administrator for about a decade or more. And one thing about it, I know that they have higher fees and less options as far as what you are able to contribute your money to, as far as the funds that they have available. Those funds or mutual funds that they have are actually chosen, and it's only like a select few of them. So that's one thing that I don't care for about retirement plans. However, one thing that I love is that they offer, most companies offer what's called matching contributions. So what are matching contributions? Matching contributions are basically if the company says that, hey, if you contribute a certain amount, we will match you on that amount. So let me just give you an example of what that looks like. So say if you make $50,000 and your company says, okay, we're going to give you 50% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. So someone making $50,000, if they are going to say, okay, I want to take advantage of this matching contribution that my company has, how does that look? And so $50,000 times that 5% is $2,500. So me as an employee, I say, okay, I'm going to contribute $2,500 to my 401k plan. Now, usually if a company doesn't match, that's all that goes in there. However, since a company, if it does have a matching contribution of 50%, that means that not only do I contribute $2,500, but the company also puts in $1,250, which is 50% of my contribution. So now instead of just having $2,500, now I have $3,750, which is their contribution plus my contribution that goes into my retirement plan. So you see how taking advantage of the matching contribution can help you to grow your retirement account faster. So even though that $2,500 is not the absolute maximum you could put into your retirement plan, it still is going to allow you to get the maximum match amount from your employer. So even if you just do that, that will help you tremendously as far as growing your retirement plan or your retirement plan balance, because that's free money and we like free money. So that is my second tip, is take advantage of your company's 401k plan and understand the maximum amount you can contribute as well as the matching amount that they offer as well. And number 3, so like I said, you can contribute up to the match amount, of course, because that is free money, but you can also go ahead and open up an IRA account outside of your company's 401k plan. Now, why would you want to do that? So you can contribute up to the match amount, and then outside of that, you can go to a brokerage company and say, hey, open up a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA so that I can contribute above and beyond what I contribute to my retirement plan. So why you would want to do something like that or either consider that is, number one, if you're a little bit behind on investing, and IRA allows you to invest $6,000, up to $6,000 as of 2022 into your IRA account. And an IRA typically has many more options as far as how you can invest those funds. So inside of an IRA, which is a type of account, you can hold stocks, you can hold bonds, you can hold index funds, you can also hold mutual funds as well, but they offer so many, like thousands of options as far as different securities and investments that you can hold within an IRA account. So that is something to consider. You can open either a Roth or a traditional IRA. The Roth IRA will allow you to contribute after tax money. So when we talked about the 401k plan a little bit earlier, everything that you contribute to your 401k plan as far as deferrals, that is going to come off of your the amount that you pay in taxes. So it's going to reduce your taxable income if it's a traditional 401k plan. So for every dollar you put into your 401k plan, not only is it allowing you to save more for retirement, but it's also reducing the amount that you have to pay in taxes. Woo woo, we love that. So that is fantastic. The other side of that though is when you go to withdraw those funds, you will have to pay taxes at that time. So that is one thing whenever you are older and you're ready to start taking your retirement plan balance and drawing it down and making those withdrawals, you will at that time have to pay whatever the taxes are at that time on those funds. So just keeping that in mind, many people want to diversify what they hold for retirement. So inside of their 401k plan, you know that that money is going to be taxed when you withdraw it, even though now it's going to provide you with a taxable reduction in your taxable income, so you pay less tax now. You may want to diversify and open up a Roth IRA where you say, okay, you know what? I may not get those tax deductions right now, but whenever I withdraw at retirement age, I've already paid taxes on that money, and that money has had a chance to grow tax-free, and when I take it out, it will be tax-free if I decide to open up a Roth IRA outside of my company sponsored retirement plan. So that is a fantastic option. Like I said, this year in 2022, you can contribute $6,000 to either a traditional or a Roth, or if you want to do both, the maximum you can contribute is $6,000. So that is something to consider if you want to do that, as far as opening up an account outside of your retirement plan and having a little bit more saved up for retirement. That's a great option. So that was option number 3, open up a IRA outside of your retirement plan. So just to review, we have number 1, if you are late to starting to save for retirement, number 1 is get started today and take advantage of compound interest and the time value of money, and the fact that your money will increase in value over time and you won't have to put in so much at one time trying to play catch up. Go ahead and get started now if you haven't started already. Number 2, go ahead and see if you can participate in your company sponsored retirement plan and understand exactly how that plan works by requesting your summary plan description, and also understanding the limits that you can put into the plan, as far as how much can you contribute and also how much that company can match you, and take advantage of that. Number 3 was consider opening up an IRA outside of your employer-sponsored retirement plan. You can choose a Roth IRA, which is after-tax money, so you can pull that money out tax-free at retirement, or a traditional IRA. That is another alternative that you can do as well. So number 4, I kind of mentioned it before, but it is taking advantage of catch-up contributions. So catch-up contributions are available to you if you are over the age of 50. So if for whatever reason you haven't started saving, or if you don't have as much as you thought that you would have at this time, you feel like you should have more, you can absolutely take advantage of catch-up contributions. So I gave you the limits a little bit earlier for your deferral maximum amounts that you can contribute to your employer-sponsored retirement plan, but you can go ahead and contribute more than that if you are over 50. And another thing is also, if you decide to open up your IRA outside of your employer-sponsored retirement plan, they will also allow you to contribute more. So whereas the limit is typically $6,000 for someone who is under 50, if you choose to open up an IRA, you can contribute $1,000 more than that. So a total of $7,000 to an IRA. Every little bit helps, so that is going to definitely be beneficial if you choose to take advantage of that. The limits for the catch-up did not change or go up in 2023. So for catch-up contributions, if you're over 50, it still will be $1,000 that you contribute extra next year in 2023 as well. However, that is something that you definitely want to consider if you are going to open up an IRA outside of your retirement plan, going ahead and taking advantage of the fact that you can contribute more than a typical participant in an IRA could contribute. So those are 4 tips that I have for you today as far as how you can increase the amount that you have going towards your retirement. I know that right now the market is doing its thing, and we have been in a period of progression for over the last few years, especially since COVID hit. It seems like it went all the way down, and then it did a sharp turn back up, and people were back on top. But understand that in the stock market, which is where your funds will be invested if you participate in your employer-sponsored retirement plan, the market has its cycles, and this is a cycle that it goes through. We are in a period that seems like the market just keeps going down and down, and it goes back up a little bit. A lot of that has to do with what happened during COVID, as far as making sure that the economy kept going. That's the job of the Federal Reserve, and what they did was put a bunch of money into the economy at the time to keep us from completely going down and the economy from crashing. But what we're dealing with now is a result of that is high inflation. And with high inflation, the Fed now is increasing interest rates, which is causing a little fear in the market. And you're starting to see, stocks go up and down, and it's very, very volatile at this moment. But understand that this is the long game. The long game. Okay, so when you're investing, you're not just investing, over a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months or anything like this. That is what we're doing is long-term investing, holding over a period of years. So that is going to allow the market to go down, and I love to purchase when there is blood in the streets, as Warren Buffett says. But whenever the market is down, it is an ideal opportunity for you to definitely participate in your company's 401k plan or continue to contribute, so that when the market goes back up again, you will be on the upside of that and be able to see the benefit of those contributions that you made, and you'll be able to see your balance grow. Now, I know right now it does not seem like this is a thing that you want to be doing, because you see your account balance going down. What I would tell you to do is to make sure that you look at what you are invested in and why you are invested in those different securities. So for example, I have some clients, they come to me and they have no clue what they are invested in inside of their retirement plan. A big thing that you can do is take a look and request your statements. Actually open those statements so that you can see how you have your funds allocated. You get to choose from those options that they have available to you. And many times you can choose if you want to be aggressive, if you want to be conservative, or a little bit of both as far as your investing. If you have chosen to be aggressive and that is not your risk tolerance, and you find that you don't want to be all the way in stocks, maybe you want to diversify with bonds or a money market or something much less risky than that, especially if you are closer to retirement, that is something that you are going to want to discuss and make sure that you make those changes to your account. You should at no point be investing even in your retirement plan or an IRA or any other vehicle if you are not sure what you are investing in and why. Okay, your retirement plan may have what's called a target date fund, and that basically matches your investments or the investment mix to how long you have left to retirement. So the closer you get to retirement, the less risky that becomes. So that's called a target date fund, and that is something that you can check out to see if you want to be a little bit more hands off with your retirement, if that's something that you want to participate in. Now, whenever you actually choose if you want to only do your retirement plan or do a retirement plan and an IRA, definitely look into getting educated on how to evaluate companies, how to look at mutual funds, index funds, ETFs. If all of that sounds like a foreign language to you, please definitely contact me. We have programs available for beginning investors who have no idea about the stock market. We take you from not knowing pretty much anything about the stock market to really having a great understanding about how it all works. Now, why is that important? Even if you are participating in your company's 401k plan, that 401k plan or retirement plan is investing in the stock market. Almost every facet of the American economy is involved in the stock market in some type of way, from your insurance companies to even companies owning other companies, and your retirement plan. Everything is tied up within the stock market. So even if somebody says just select a mutual fund or just select the ETF, those mutual funds and ETFs, guess what? They are made up of individual companies as well. And so it is a very wise decision for you to really understand what's going on with the stock market, with investing, and how to become a wise and invest in an actual confident investor. So if you'd like to learn more, please click the link in the bio or in the description. I thank you so much for joining me today to discuss 4 additional ways that you can save for your retirement, especially if you have a late start. So again, my name is Dion, and thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.